Now on 4 News Now at 6, the search for a killer in Moses Lake. We have the latest on the investigation and how neighbors are reacting after a 14-year-old was shot and killed.
I'm tracking the warmest weather of the season so far. I'll show you how warm it's going to get, plus the potentially stormy end to our record high temperatures.
And Spokane police want to hide a new type of camera around the city, how they aim to boost safety and why they're worth the nearly $80,000 price tag. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, this is 14-year-old Mario Amezcua from Moses Lake. Right now, his parents are planning his funeral as police search for his killer. Police say he was killed in a drive-by shooting on Friday night. 4 others were shot, including 2 17-year-olds and a 12-year-old. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Police say none of the victims were involved with gangs or criminal activity. The shooting happened on Loop Drive near the heart of Moses Lake, just down the street from Knowles Vista Elementary. Hunter Bertram was there today. He shows us video of the scene from Friday night.
Sirens blared and strobing lights lit up this Moses Lake neighborhood Friday night.
I saw the sirens, I heard all the sirens and the lights flash, and I walked over. My neighbor came out and said, hey, there's been a shooting.
A drive-by shooting just after 9 p.m. claimed 1 teen's life and injured 4 others.
It's gut-wrenching. No parent should be in this position.
A 14-year-old middle schooler, Mario Amezcua, died at the scene from his injuries. First responders took the 4 others who were shot to the hospital, where they are expected to survive. All that remains today, take a look, a few pieces of police caution tape.
It's absolutely devastating. And
Martha Culiel is a parent in Moses Lake. She's also a family friend of Mario Amezcua.
Such a fear to have now as a grown parent in the community that you grew up in, no longer have that sense of safety.
Neighbors of where the shooting took place are also feeling uneasy today.
It's just, I feel kind of like I want to stay inside now and like just kind of sad.
Bryson Lyons goes to Frontier, the school Mario Amezcua was a student at. They knew each other. Bryson also lives a few houses down from where Mario was killed.
It was tragic.
It makes the entire community hurt. Anyone who knows and went to school with this big, beautiful family knows that they are a very, very family-oriented family, and it's absolutely devastating.
Moses Lake police seized an unoccupied suspect vehicle Friday and executed a search warrant Saturday at a Well Drive home related to the shooting. There's no information on the shooter or any arrests at this time. In Moses Lake, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, let's take a live look at the Meade School Board meeting that will be beginning tonight. It's supposed to be beginning at 6 p.m. Looks like it hasn't quite started yet. They will be taking another look at the transgender student-athlete policy. Washington State says the school's policy is out of line with state law. The district says the state is out of compliance with President Donald Trump's executive order, which included banning trans athletes from competing in girls' sports. The district has asked federal officials to step in and help. We will have more on tonight's meeting on Nightside starting at 11 o'clock.
Next month, the governing body of high school sports in Washington, the WIAA, will vote on 2 amendments that could bring high school sports more in line with federal regulations. One amendment would create an open division in which all students can participate regardless of whether their gender identity matches their assigned sex at birth. The other amendment would make it so only athletes who are assigned female at birth can compete in girls' sports. The WIAA executive director says even if these amendments pass, they can't be implemented if they violate state law. All right, you can leave your puffer jackets at home because we have some warmer weather on the way.
It sure feels like it's changing by the hour. During our walk today, I had to shed the puffer jacket. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now to see how warm it's going to get.
Oh, we have got some big jumps coming over the next couple of days. Starting off, take a look at today's high, 58. 51 is our average high. And we started the day off at a very warm 48. 33 is now our average low. But we're going to see temperatures more than 10 degrees warmer tomorrow. 69 in Spokane, 67 in Coeur d'Alene, and look at all the 70s, almost 80 in Lewiston. They did get up to 70 today in Lewiston, 70 tomorrow in Pullman, 73 in Ritzville, Grand Coulee, and 74 in Moses Lake. As we zoom in around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, there's some 70s. Meade, 70 in 9 Mile, Spokane Valley, Liberty Lake, and 72 degrees in downtown Spokane. Now, if we hit 69 in Spokane, that will not quite be a record for tomorrow, but very close. 71 is our record set back in 1960, but it gets even warmer on Wednesday. 74 compares to a record high of 67 set back in 1949. And right after we hit that record, we have some colder air pushing its way in, and that brings the potential for some severe thunderstorms. I'll tell you about that coming up in just a few minutes. Derek?
All right, Chris, thank you. Deputies in Stevens County are being investigated for a shooting that left a man dead. Deputies went to a home near Highway 25 southwest of the town of Newport yesterday. When they arrived, they saw the man had a gun on his hip. The sheriff's office claims he was not cooperating when he was told he was under arrest. Eventually, the man ran away and deputies fired pepper balls to try to stop him. That's when investigators say the man pulled out his gun and deputies opened fire. The man was rushed to the hospital where he later died. The Spokane Police Department hopes to take a new approach in keeping our community safe. The City Council will soon vote on a proposal that would fund 8 new surveillance cameras.
Alexandra Cohen explains why some say this new technology would be a game changer in policing.
License plate readers, bullet and speed cameras, you might feel like you have seen it all when it comes to surveillance. But the Spokane Police Department wants to start using a new kind of camera, and chances are you will never even notice them.
We don't have the manpower, so we have to use technology to supplement that. It also helps keep our officers safe.
So you might be asking yourself, what differentiates this camera from all the other technologies we have seen for surveillance? That is that it's specifically for investigative purposes. It could go anywhere that's a public space and be moved easily, like to this alley in downtown Spokane.
So, giving the officers flexibility to go where the investigation is happening, I think that's really critical for them.
If approved, this technology would cost the city close to $80,000. Out of the 8 cameras, 4 are easily visible, like this one you might have seen downtown. The other 4 will be isolated.
So you will not be able to identify where they're at.
Crime Point, the company SPD would buy these from, says that for effectiveness of police investigations, it is critical that we do not show you what these cameras will look like. Council President Betsy Wilkerson says that this investment is a step towards keeping our community safer.
We are investing in the police department, again, to give them the tools necessary to do their job more effectively.
While these cameras can be integrated with the Real-Time Crime Center, they are meant to be for single-purpose situations. If purchased, SPD says they will be used immediately. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen, 4 News Now.
Well, a mid-air oops on a United Airlines flight over the weekend.
Yeah, the mistake that forced a flight from LA to China to turn around. Coming up, and voters in Post Falls will decide on a school levy increase this May. The programs that could be on the chopping block if it's not approved.
We're in the middle of college admission season, and some are shocked at the cost of tuition.
There's no doubt that college in the U.S. is expensive.
What's driving up prices and what you and your family can do to make it a little more affordable. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
that's Montana Sapphire from Phillipsburg, Montana.
Your home is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Welcome back. Right now, high school seniors across the inland Northwest are deciding where they want to go to college in the fall.
Many parents are experiencing sticker shock when they see just how much it's going to cost. So we wanted to see why college is so expensive and what you and your kids can do to help make it a little bit cheaper. The cost of college has risen dramatically in the last 3 decades. Inflation and increasing operating costs have caused colleges to charge more. They're also receiving less federal funding.
There's no doubt that college in the U.S. is expensive.
Alex Gailey is an analyst at financial company Bankrate. They recently broke down the cost of tuition plus fees like room and board for this current academic year and estimated the average in-state tuition in room and board at a public 4-year college was nearly $25,000 a year. Out-of-state students paid an average of $44,000 a year. A private 4-year college costs close to $59,000 a year.
I think people just aren't feeling like maybe the ROI of college degrees is the same as it was a few decades ago.
There are things students can do to lower some of these costs.
One way to immediately cut down the cost of college is being willing to attend a college that is near where you live and living at home.
Consider attending a community college and then transferring to a 4-year college. Apply for work-study jobs. Look into financial help like student loans, scholarships, and grants. And choose a degree with a positive return on your investment. Either way, it's still going to get you in the pocketbook. Many rely on federal student aid. That comes from the Department of Education to help cover the cost of college.
Yeah, but some students are worried that money won't be available. President Donald Trump signed an executive order last week to close the Department of Education. The president has said financial aid will still be available. It'll just be handled by a different agency.
I've decided that the SBA, the Small Business Administration, headed by Kelly Loeffler, is a terrific person, will handle all of the student loan portfolio.
According to CNN, the student loan portfolio totals more than $1.8 trillion, an estimated 40% of which are past due.
Here's your Tuesday forecast. It is going to be warm. We're going to start the day off in the mid-40s, heading to a high of 69 degrees in and out of the clouds. It's not going to be a bright blue sky kind of day. 51 is our average high. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast and the potential for some severe thunderstorms after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
Insurance companies are big, and they know it. They'll delay payment and deny valid claims,
hoping you'll give up and take a lowball offer.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell and Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Injured and getting big timed by the insurance company?
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Snow days are the best days, especially when there's fresh powder on the mountain.
But getting there, that's where Subaru Symmetrical All-Wheel Drive comes in. Glide up the icy roads with confidence and enjoy stability on every twist and turn.
Pack your gear, load up the crew, and let the heated seats keep you warm on the way.
Because with Subaru, getting up to the ski hill is just as thrilling as the ride down.
Celebrate the Subaru A Lot to Love event now through March 31st at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur.
Hi,
Alton Brown here at the top secret facility where we're building my farewell tour, Alton Brown Live Last Bite. Now, like all of our culinary variety shows, there will be comedy, music, science, and an epic yet potentially dangerous culinary demonstration. Hi, 911. Yeah, it's me again.
March 26th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
And the princess never felt the pee as the summit made for a perfect night's sleep.
What was it like before? Never a mattress?
30 years ago, getting a mattress was pretty scary. Middlemen hawked spring-filled slabs, hardly fit for a dog, at prices like you wouldn't believe. And you'd barely sleep, what with bad foam and even worse support. But then Denver Mattress came to town. They promised a better night's sleep, and they delivered. And it still holds true to this day. Denver Mattress. After 30 years, still the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Welcome back. We all know planning an overseas vacation can be stressful, from making sure you and your family arrive at the airport on time to organizing all those suitcases.
Now, once you're in the air, though, you usually think you're in the clear. But for one United Airlines flight, that was not the case. On Saturday, a Los Angeles flight headed to China had to turn back once the pilot realized they forgot their passport. They were 2 hours into that flight when the plane turned around and went to San Francisco. United had to get another crew to take over that flight. All 257 passengers eventually made it to China, albeit 6 hours behind schedule.
And United said passengers were compensated and given meal vouchers for the inconvenience.
Wow.
I don't know if the meal voucher is going to do it for some of those angry passengers.
Can you imagine the feeling when you realize? I could just, oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Well, we have got some heat on the way. Yes.
Maybe record high temps tomorrow?
I would say maybe tomorrow, and almost a certainty on Wednesday. Let's take a look at even our live conditions right now. In the mid-50s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, those readings are above average. And it's still light for almost another hour until sunset. And so you can enjoy a jog, get ready for Bloomsday. 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be dry on Tuesday and warm. Record highs on Wednesday. And really, we're going to make a run at a record on Tuesday as well. Then it all comes to an end late Wednesday. Some cooler air moves in, and that brings with it the chance of severe weather. Here is our temperature trend over the next 7 days. This white line down here is our average high, and we are way out of the realm of average for the next couple of days, and then a swan dive down into the mid-50s. And it is this change from temperatures in the mid-70s to the mid-50s that brings that chance of severe weather. The timing favors things being less problematic because the colder air is going to be coming in late in the day. But still, the Severe Storms Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, has put us in this brown area. That is the possibility of severe thunderstorms on Wednesday. The area shaded in yellow means that thunderstorms are possible, and that's all in association with the cold front that's going to drop the temperatures for Wednesday. I'm jumping ahead about 48 hours on our forecast radar to Wednesday at 5 o'clock when that cold front begins making its way in. And you'll notice some storms as early as Wednesday early evening moving through the Columbia Basin. And then here we are at 9 o'clock Wednesday with the potential for some feisty thunderstorms moving through the inland northwest in the evening, and then continuing into the Northeast Mountains and North Idaho through Wednesday 11 o'clock. More thunderstorms possible behind the front lingering into Thursday. So you will be able to enjoy most of the day Wednesday, high of 74. It won't be until late in the evening those thunderstorms come in, and into Thursday. Lingering showers Friday, and a cooler weekend with a chance of showers, but temperatures still above average. We are watching the potential for severe thunderstorms very closely, and we'll keep you updated. Of course, download the 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. If there are any warnings issued, it will notify you immediately, along with information that you need to keep your family safe if those thunderstorms are in your region. Kirsten?
Those alerts are so helpful. Thank you, Chris. Well, kids in Spokane who like soccer have a new opportunity to get some practice in.
Starting this week, the 90 Plus Project and Spokane Public Schools are offering a free one-day clinic at elementary schools across the district. These clinics are directly after school and right on campus. Russ Davis is the executive director of the 90 Plus Project and says making soccer accessible to everyone is a top goal of his. At these free clinics, kids will get to develop their skills, work through exercises, and play in a scrimmage.
Lowering those barriers gives us the opportunity to interact with kids, create a great environment for them that's fun, energetic, and allows us to begin to really invest in kids deeply.
Now, these clinics will be Mondays through Thursdays through May at elementary schools across Spokane. You can see the list on your screen right now. To find out how to sign your kids up, you can visit our website. That's KXLY.com.
Still ahead, a federal judge takes on President Trump over his use of the Alien Enemies Act, why the judge says it's unconstitutional, and how the law has been used in the past. Next, here on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
When it comes to replacing your windows and doors, you have options. But not all are created equal. Choose Renewal by Andersen. Andersen brand products are rated #1 for quality, durability, and performance. It's no wonder our products are trusted more than Marvin and Pella. Not sure where to start or worried about upfront costs? Schedule a free, no-obligation consultation. Research the rest, then go with the best. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza.
The staff here is so friendly. It's the best in the Northwest.
It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
The central dog wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean too.
My car is a big investment for me, and so if I want it done right, I take it to Car Wash Plaza for the touchless wash.
Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
Bill's Heating would like to congratulate Dino Scarpa on winning 2 tickets to the WCC tournament in Vegas.
Hey, Ben, I make this shot, you have to take me with you to Vegas. Deal?
All right, fine. But you got 1 shot.
Watch and learn. Okay. All right, 2 out of 3.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
What does it mean to be a Coeur Rewards Club member? Whoa! Join the Rewards Club that gives you more. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Check out career opportunities at Future Ready Trades Night on April 2nd.
Around the nation, President Donald Trump continues to attack the judge overseeing the case about hundreds of migrants who were recently deported to Venezuela.
The judge ruled they were denied due process. ABC's Karen Travers questioned the president about that on Friday.
Mr. President, do you think you have the authority, the power to round up people, deport them, and then you're under no obligation to a court to show the evidence against them?
Well, that's what the law says, and that's what our country needs.
In this ruling on the migrants today, Judge James Boasberg said that President Trump's unprecedented use of the Alien Enemies Act does not remove the government's responsibility to ensure the men could contest their designation as alleged gang members, as the White House maintains, without providing any proof.
Even before today's ruling, the Trump administration asking an appeals court to step in as the president questions the impartiality of Judge Boasberg. This morning, another 200 Venezuelan nationals were deported by the Trump administration. administration. And as you just heard, the president is using the Alien Enemies Act as justification to deport these people. But what exactly does that law do?
The 18th century law has been used 3 times before. The last time was during World War II. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez explains how the law works.
The Trump administration is using a sweeping wartime authority to quickly deport some migrants whom the U.S. has accused of being affiliated with the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Professor David Super says there are specific instances when the Alien Enemies Act can be legally invoked.
The Alien Enemies Act says that when the United States is in a declared war with another country, that the president may order nationals of that country removed from this country.
President Trump's proclamation states that Tren de Aragua, which his administration designated as a foreign terrorist organization, is, quote, perpetrating, attempting, and threatening an invasion or predatory incursion against the territory of the United States. Also, that this is occurring directly and at the direction, clandestine or otherwise, of the Maduro regime in Venezuela. But this argument is being challenged.
We're not at war with Venezuela. We haven't declared war on them. They haven't declared war on us.
Trump has said he wants to use the Alien Enemies Act because he believes it gives him tremendous authority, mainly because detentions and deportations under the law do not need to go through immigration courts.
They simply round people up, put them on a plane, and send them to El Salvador to be locked away, perhaps forever, without giving them a hearing.
Some families are insisting their loved ones are not members of Tren de Aragua and should have never been deported. For now, the legal battle continues over use of this wartime law. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Well, the editor-in-chief for The Atlantic says top Trump administration officials accidentally sent him war plans. Jeffrey Goldberg says he was included in a group chat about military strikes in Yemen. He learned about the strikes just a couple of hours before they were carried out on March 15th. A National Security Council spokesperson says the messages in that group chat on Signal, an encrypted messaging app, appear to be authentic. Here's what the president had to say when asked about the apparent breach of U.S. national security.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a big fan of The Atlantic. To me, it's a magazine that's going out of business. I think it's not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it. You're saying that they had what?
The Trump administration says it's investigating how the inadvertent number was accidentally added to the chain. House and Senate Democrats in Olympia have released their budget for the next few years.
We'll break down what that could mean for you and why some are concerned. Voters in May will decide the fate of Post Falls School District's supplemental school levy.
I don't think anyone thinks school safety is supplemental. I don't think anyone thinks attracting and retaining amazing staff is supplemental.
The impact this levy could have on your child's education if it's not approved. Next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley County. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
Do you really think you can fix this? You should have just called Andy's.
I can fix it. It's just a little...
We're freezing. You should have called Andy's.
Yeah, they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
I should have called Andy's.
Don't be like this guy. Call Andy's Heating and Cooling. So when the weather does this, your family does this. Go to andysheating.com for details on the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Carrier, turn to the experts.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, this Tuesday through Saturday at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
GMA, tomorrow morning, live. Amanda Knox. After living through the unimaginable, she comes live to GMA, the all-new morning exclusive. What does she want you to know? Amanda Knox, tomorrow morning, live on GMA.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market. What's a basketball player's favorite cheese? So,
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, the Post Falls School District hopes voters will help fund after-school activities and sports through a levy on the May ballot.
The levy also supports school safety and security, which the district says is underfunded by the state. This levy is maintaining the current level of funding for the district's budget, meaning taxpayers will not see a difference if it's approved. Derek Strom spoke with the district superintendent about the programs this levy will impact.
The levy funds all of our extracurricular activities and athletics. We receive $0 from the state for that.
The Post Falls School District is hopeful voters will continue paying $44.69 per $100,000 of assessed property value once its levy is voted on in May. The district uses the supplemental levy for a number of important programs, which is why the district superintendent calls it a fundamental levy.
It funds the vast majority of school safety. We only receive $77,000 from the state of Idaho, and we expend over $1.6 million. It covers our Kootenai Technical Education Campus, which is our technical high school.
The superintendent here at the Post Falls School District says even though she is optimistic that this supplemental levy will pass, she says that having to run a levy in order to support extracurricular activities and campus security shows that there are issues with the way the state funds education in Idaho.
Our funding formula in this state is 31 years old, and the idea that you would have to have every student here every day to get operational funds makes no sense.
Idaho uses an attendance-based funding model rather than an enrollment-based model. So because Post Falls schools average about 92.6% daily attendance, they miss out on 7.4% of the funding they would get from an enrollment funding model. Superintendent Dina Nacarado says this levy would make up around 11% of the district's budget.
That's my first problem with calling it supplemental when 7.4% of the 11.4% is truly operational funding that should be coming from the state of Idaho.
The district says that 7.4% adds up to about $3 million the district didn't get from the state in 2024. She says the Trump administration moving to dissolve the Department of Education adds an extra layer of uncertainty for where their funding will come from in the future. In Post Falls, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Also in May, the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department hopes voters approve its $16 million bond. The money will go toward remodeling Station 2, which has become one of the busiest stations in the city. It will also go toward replacing older fire engines. Here's what you can expect to pay if it's approved. The owner of a $425,000 home should expect to pay an estimated $68.30 a year. Well, get ready for some of the warmest weather of the year so far.
And you want to enjoy it while you can because we are tracking some wet weather on the way as well. Let's send it over to Chris Crocker now with your first alert forecast.
We do have record high temperatures in the forecast. Today's highs were running above average. 51 is our average high. We made it up to 58 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 70 today in Lewiston and 62 in Pullman. It was 69 in Moses Lake and 65 today in Omak. Tomorrow's highs even higher. Look at all the 70s from Omak down through Moses Lake and Ritzville, 79 degrees in Lewiston, 69 in Spokane, just a couple of degrees shy of our record of 71. So if we're off just a little bit, we'll be in record territory. Even warmer weather on the way for Wednesday. Tuesday's highs, a closer look, 70s, 9 Mile, Meade, Spokane Valley, Liberty Lake, and downtown Spokane. A very warm day across the region. Meanwhile, we are also going to have dry weather, something that some of us are not having right now. We do have a few isolated sprinkles around the Coeur d'Alene area, south of I-90 down into the northern and southern Palouse, both Idaho and Washington. This is very light rain in progress right now, and we will be drying out later this evening and then staying dry for Tuesday. Start the day off at 45 degrees, mix of sun and clouds with a high of 69. Cooler weather coming, and as it arrives, we have the potential for some severe thunderstorms. I'll tell you all about that in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, talk to you soon, Chris. The Idaho Attorney General says everyone should delete their data off of 23andMe, the genetic testing firm just filed for bankruptcy. The bankruptcy filing comes after 23andMe struggled for years to find a sustainable business model. Its core product, an at-home DNA testing kit, offered personalized genetic insights. As of now, the company has not said what will happen to all of the genetic data it possesses if a sale is finalized. That's why the Idaho Attorney General says you should remove your data as soon as possible. We put up a step-by-step guide on how to delete your data from the site on KXLY.com.
Heads up, drivers, the Post Street Bridge in downtown Spokane is closed for the next 2 weeks. Avista is asking everyone to avoid the area while it does construction inside the substation next door. Crews are replacing a 115-year-old 35-ton crane inside the substation. That crane has reached the end of its serviceable life. The bridge is expected to reopen April 7th.
Starting next week, the Idaho Transportation Department will begin resurfacing an 8-mile stretch of 4th of July Pass. During construction, you can expect some lane closures, lane width restrictions, and you may see some flaggers at on and off ramps. In addition to improving the roads, crews will also replace several miles of concrete barrier and add lights near the top of the pass.
Around the Northwest, Democrats in Olympia have released their operating budget proposals for the next 4 years.
Albert James breaks down their plan and explains why the state's treasurer is concerned.
We focused on building a thoughtful, sustainable plan that protects the services that people need and promotes our long-term fiscal sustainability.
Senate Democrats are proposing the state spend $77.7 billion over the next 2 years, an increase of about $6.5 billion from the current 2-year budget cycle. They attribute $4.4 billion of that increase to money needed to maintain current programs due to increased usage and inflation, while $1.6 billion represents new investments in areas like K-12 material and operating costs and special education. Over the next 4 years, Democrats say they're saving $6.5 billion in part by delaying expansions to state child care programs and requiring state employees to take furlough days throughout 2026.
Washingtonians have asked us loud and clear to look for reductions and write a balanced budget that both makes reductions as well as makes investments and adds to revenue.
As they await revenue from new taxes on the wealthy and sales and property tax changes they proposed last week, Senate Democrats plan on using state reserves in 2026 to fund the budget before refilling the accounts in the years after.
It does go low, but it quickly builds back to a very strong point due to the revenue that we're assuming.
State Treasurer Mike Pelliciotti has warned against using up state reserve funding, saying it could have a negative impact on Washington's credit rating and the state's ability to respond to economic challenges on the horizon.
We are dealing with incredible uncertainty now as the state of Washington, both with the federal government, wildfires, and other threats that might come our way, and just economic volatility. It is absolutely critical that the state not drain its rainy day fund. To do so would be very dangerous toward the future financial health of our state.
In the House, Democratic budget leaders did not touch state reserves. While they also proposed new revenue sources and have similar amounts of spending and reductions, the House proposal has slight differences from the Senate in how they're bringing in that revenue and what they're cutting. For example, they're not telling state employees to take mandatory furloughs.
We cannot balance the budget on their backs. Everything we have fought to maintain is supported by their work, and we continue to rely on their good work and want to honor that work.
The governor's office says they're in the process of reviewing the budget proposals. Governor Ferguson previously made it clear he wanted cuts first and new taxes as a last resort. Both House and Senate Democrats say they worked off his suggested spending reductions, but budget cuts alone won't work.
The impacts would just be too deep and too catastrophic for our communities and our kids. So
we think this takes a balanced approach, and we really look forward to the conversation over the next many weeks.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, even though we're in the middle of March Madness and the NIT, the college basketball transfer portal opened today.
Players still playing this season are entering their names into the transfer portal. We'll let you know which local players you won't see on the court for the Zags and the Cougs next season after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Satay Bistro.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
So what are you learning in Moscow?
Well, the class focuses on nuclear energy, neutrons, electrons, managing underbrush to limit wildfires, muons, positrons, especially alpha particles and isotopes.
Well, I'm studying factors affecting healthcare provider recruitment in rural areas. Meaning?
Idaho forests stay healthy.
Veterans get better healthcare.
Limitless energy.
Well, sounds like we're in good hands.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur Casino Thursday, April 10th. A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Next, ET.
Hey guys, it's Eva Longoria and Cheech Marin.
Our Disney exclusive with the Alexander co-stars after Eva's birthday milestone.
Look, I want my 20-year-old body.
Next, watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
I have a choice between two women. I don't know how you look at somebody that you really love and tell them that you can't be with them.
I really need to know which one to send first.
Well, the transfer portal is open today for college basketball, and there are already hundreds of players jumping ship and testing the waters.
And that includes some of our local players. Sydney Berger is in studio now and has the latest additions into the portal.
Yeah, guys, it didn't take long for the Zags to lose a player to the portal. So far, sophomore Dusty Stromer is the first Bulldog on this roster to enter his name. From his productivity in the WCC and NCAA tournaments, the news he's looking for somewhere else to go might not feel too shocking. The guard played at Gonzaga for 2 seasons and appeared in all but 1 game in his college career so far. His final game wearing the Bulldog logo came in the Zags' second-round March Madness exit against Houston. Stromer saw the court for just 3 minutes on Saturday. This season, he averaged 4.8 points over 23 minutes per game, but wasn't as productive as he or many probably anticipated after his freshman year. As far as other players who aren't returning, we saw Ryan Nemhard, Nolan Hickman, Ben Gregg, and Caleb Battle play their final game for the program in Wichita. Those 4 are out of college eligibility, and those are big shoes to fill, so it's up to Mark Few and the staff to possibly recruit, grab some veterans from the transfer portal, and maintain bigs like Graham Mike, Braden Huff, and Michael Ajayi, who still have some eligibility left. It's unclear what those 3 have planned for next year, and they say it's hard to think about that when they're still dwelling on a heartbreaking loss.
Just big credit to my guys, man, especially my senior group who has to leave after this. It's been a hell of a ride. It's been a pleasure. They've made me so much better, not only as a basketball player, but as a person.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt for a while, and it's gonna be hard to watch some of these teams play in the later rounds. And but yeah, I mean, I can't say it enough. I'm just super proud of this group.
Gonzaga slid right past 9 seed Georgia in the first round of March Madness, which punched their ticket to a game against number 1 Houston. Gray Mike had 27 points in the loss, 23 of those coming in the second half, but Gonzaga couldn't overcome the Cougars in that second round game. And another player in the transfer portal is Nate Calmese from Washington State. Calmese spent 1 season as a Coug after transferring from UW the previous season. The guard ended his WSU career averaging 15.2 points and 4.4 assists per game. Calmese joins Isaiah Watts in the portal, which was announced earlier last week. WSU is still participating in a postseason tournament, though. They're playing in the inaugural college basketball crown and will face Georgetown next Monday down in Vegas. The Gonzaga's women's team upset a 1-seeded Colorado squad in the Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament. The number 4 Bulldogs sealed a spot in the WBIT quarterfinals with a 64-55 upset win over the Buffs. And now it's a ticket to Minnesota and a matchup against the 2-seeded Minnesota Gophers. That game is on Thursday and tips off at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And in just a few days, the Spokane Arena will be welcoming 8 women's basketball teams from all across the nation for the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 rounds of March Madness. Spokane will be hosting some of the best teams in the country, including UCLA, LSU, NC State, Oklahoma, and UConn. If you want to get in on the action, there's more information on our website, KXLY.com. And that's going to wrap us up for sports.
All right, Sydney, thank you. A former NFL and college coach made his first appearance in court today. He's accused of stealing personal data from thousands of athletes and alumni.
Investigators say 42-year-old Matthew Weiss downloaded private data, including intimate photos. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
A former University of Michigan football coach in court in Detroit today, accused of stealing personal information from more than 150,000 student athletes for years. Prosecutors say between 2015 and 2023, 42-year-old Matt Weiss hacked the athlete databases of more than 100 colleges and universities. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Weiss was then able to access thousands of social media, email, and cloud storage accounts. Federal officials also accusing Weiss of primarily targeting female athletes and downloading their intimate photos and videos.
The scope of this is really incredible. The number of people that he targeted is beyond what you would typically expect with this kind of offense.
Weiss now facing 24 federal cybercrime charges, including unauthorized access to computers and 10 counts of aggressive identity theft. A not guilty plea entered in court today, and Weiss now out on bail. Weiss was fired from the team in 2023. The indictment was announced last week. 2 former student athletes, both women, have filed a federal lawsuit against the university and Weiss, saying the hack was an invasion of privacy. A spokesperson for the University of Michigan says they can't comment on pending litigation. Weiss started his career at Michigan as a quarterbacks coach in 2021, then also became the co-offensive coordinator a year later. Before that, he worked as coach on the NFL's Baltimore Ravens team for more than a decade.
He's got great ideas.
If convicted, Weiss could face up to 5 years in prison on each count of unauthorized access and 2 years on each count of identity theft. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Tuesday's high temperature of 69, very close to a record of 71 set back in 1960. And then there's Wednesday, 74. 67 is the record for Wednesday, but then things come to a screeching halt in dramatic fashion. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Introducing, representing Cal Cars. Here to sell the best lineup of trucks in the region, Spike the Bulldog. Yeah, he's a super dog.
4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood. And we'll always be there on 4 News Now.
Look who it is. Back to mommy you go.
Jake, this isn't our dog.
No one?
You never got new glasses, did you?
Well, you didn't know Stanton Optical makes eye care easy.
Exactly. Sorry, you were?
Nervous?
1 pair of glasses plus a free eye exam for $59. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Life moves fast, and we get it. You're busy. Our digital banking can change how you manage your money. Whether you're chatting with a representative after hours, depositing a check from your phone, or meeting with us face-to-face. Wherever life takes you, we've got you covered. It's your money. Access it anytime, anywhere. Open your account at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Celebrate 30 years of winning at the Kootenai Casino with exciting promotions including daily hot spins, a special St. Patrick's Day drawing, and anniversary cash and bonus play giveaways. Ready to get away this March? Stay Sunday through Thursday at the Kootenai Falls Lodge for just $59 per night, or a Riverview room for $79 and get a free $30 Kootenai credit included. Come stay and win at the inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
The wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save big on every sofa, dining group, and bed. Find sofas in super soft velvet to expertly tailored sophistication, dining groups with gorgeous planked detailing to refined transitional style, sleep beds with practical storage to timeless elegance with modern comfort. Save 30% on all Doctor's Choice mattresses or get 60 months no interest. But hurry, the extended wall-to-wall sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
4 News Now is brought to you by Alton Brown Live. Last bite, tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
All right, welcome back. We've got some rising temperatures we need to talk about.
Who's looking forward to Tuesday and Wednesday of this week?
Yes,
huh?
I have. The problem is I'm looking forward, but then I have to keep looking to the potential for some severe weather on Wednesday night, and that is the main concern, because we do want to keep you and your family safe as much as we want you to enjoy a dry Tuesday with warm weather. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Record highs Wednesday into the mid-70s, well above average, but then those storms arrive late Wednesday night. And I want to start off our forecast radar Wednesday at 5 o'clock. We have a cold front that is going to be dropping our temperatures, and it is also going to come along with the potential for some severe weather as we go through Wednesday evening. Here is Wednesday at 9 o'clock. With that line of storms moving through the Spokane area, gusty winds, cloud-to-ground lightning, hail, all a possibility with these storms. Behind it, we have the potential for more thunderstorms as we get into the overnight as well as during the day on Thursday, but the strongest storms coming in Wednesday night. This is the potential for lightning activity, and the key here, you can see it goes from isolated in red to white for continuous, and it is the inland Northwest after all, so we are looking at isolated lightning, but our definition of isolated lightning is a little bit different than, let's say, other parts of the country would not consider that a big storm. But we do have the potential for some severe weather, and this, again, is the severe thunderstorm outlook from the Severe Storms Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, and we're in this tan-shaded area, meaning that severe storms are possible. It's a marginal risk, but something we are definitely looking at. The area shaded in yellow just means there's a chance for thunderstorms. And again, that's going to be Wednesday night. Looks like we have a chance for some thunderstorms again on Thursday, but this is the area of greatest concern right now and the greatest drop in our temperatures as we go from 69 tomorrow, 2 degrees shy of a record, 74 Wednesday, shattering a record, and then that big ski jump drop down to 57 Thursday, 54 Friday. Now, keep in mind this white line is our average high, so we're not even down to average, but a far cry, well, a 20-degree cry from the 74 on Wednesday, and we're going to stay above average then through the rest of the 7-day forecast. Especially, we've got some warm nights ahead. Nowhere near freezing. Don't plant, but nowhere near freezing for the next 7 days. Lots of 40s. Thunderstorms come in late Wednesday, but you'll be able to enjoy a beautiful day up until the late evening. Thursday, showers, possible thunderstorms, a little bit drier Friday, mostly dry on Saturday, and only a 40% chance of showers Sunday, with wetter weather possible on Monday. I hate to cast a pall on that beautiful spring weather, but we are going to be watching those Wednesday storms carefully. We want you to be the first to know if there's a problem there, Derek.
All right. Sounds good, Chris. Thank you. It is officially spring and the time of year when people decide to tidy up or declutter their homes. Experts say you may want to join in because of its benefits to your mental health.
They say the season of new beginnings and growth can give your brain a boost. Psychologists say it helps to manage stress, improve your mood, and provide a sense of accomplishment, which can all go a long way in helping our mental health.
Spring cleaning can help us improve our focus. It can help with energy in terms of finding small activities in order to engage with and then seeing those through to completion.
So if you're going to give spring cleaning a try, experts say start small, gradually take on bigger projects, take advantage of good days when you have the most energy, and get your whole family involved in tidying up.
I just got my outdoor Christmas lights down this weekend. Before we go to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur Lake Casino. At the Coeur Lake Casino. Coeur Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
We know your time is valuable, and that is why at Colville Toyota, our goal is to get you in and out in an hour or less using our Express Maintenance Center.
With our pit crew approach and Toyota trained techs, your routine service happens fast.
Toyota Express Maintenance includes a safety inspection, oil changes, brake inspection, tire rotation, and much more.
Quality, speed, and confidence is what you can expect from Colville Toyota's Express Maintenance Center. We're your small town dealership with a big heart.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything. From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Indulge in wonderful dining at Mistaqua Casino Hotel.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, school board members from the Meade School District are discussing policies for transgender student athletes. The district has asked federal officials to weigh in on the district's policy, which is out of line with state law. The details from tonight's discussion tonight at 11.
Here's your planning forecast. Plan on a couple of dry, warm days, record-breaking temperatures both days potentially, and then some thunderstorms coming in late Wednesday and into Thursday.
Okay, so really like some changing conditions as we get into Wednesday evening.
Yeah, absolutely, and we are going to be tracking those. Download the 4 News Now First Alert weather app for the latest updates on any severe weather.
All right, Chris, thanks so much.
And we'll see you for Nightside at 11.